Hello, it's Judith here with another video talking about one of the main symptoms of anxiety, and today's symptom is possibly one of the worst, and that is the panic attack. Have you experienced a panic attack? If you have, you don't need me to tell you how horrible it is, how frightening it is. Many clients who come to me have previously taken themselves off to A&E because they were absolutely convinced they were having a heart attack, and it turned out to be a panic attack. So in this short video, I'm going to talk about what's happening and why it's happening, and give you a couple of ideas of how to manage a panic attack. So what is happening? Very, very simply, you are, not deliberately, but you are activating the fight-flight response. So the fight-flight response, very briefly, is an old response designed for the time when we lived in caves and hunted wild animals for food, and it's hardwired. Once we've activated it, it just kicks off. Its purpose is to get us ready for action. So if we're out there, hunting, picking berries, whatever we're doing, looking for our food, there are a lot of wild animals also looking for their food, and we're on the menu. So the system is designed, immediately we register that saber-toothed tiger that's just walked around the rock licking its lips is considering us as lunch. We need to react very quickly. Our only conscious decision is, am I strong enough to kill it, or should I run back to the cave as quickly as possible? Now, I don't know about you, I'm voting for running back to the cave. Not that I can run very fast, but that would be my choice. Okay, and in order to be able to do whichever we choose, we need to be in the best physical condition for us at that moment. So, as soon as we register that saber-toothed tiger is after us, our brain kicks off a whole series of physical actions. It does it via releasing hormones, and these are designed to get us into the best physical state possible for us to deal with the situation. So, and now you will start recognizing what I'm saying. Your breathing gets fast and high. Your heart rate goes up until it feels like your heart is going to jump out of your chest. You're sweaty. You may be nauseous. And there's a whole range of other symptoms. What's going on is the body is now trying to take in as much air as possible so that the heart can pump as much oxygenated blood around the body to the muscles as quickly as possible. The blood vessels open up to make that happen, which causes the sweating. And non-essential functions are shut down. What is the point of digesting your breakfast if you're about to die? Everything is focused on survival. So your digestive system's closed down, your immune system's closed down. Immune systems, obviously, if they're closed down for a short time, is not a major problem, but many people experience nausea or are actually physically sick as part of a panic attack. It's a perfect system for the environment for which it was designed. So how come you, lying in your bed or sitting in your own home, activate this response to a life or death situation? I'm afraid it all starts in here. So if you're suffering from anxiety, you're probably an overthinker. You are thinking very negatively about past stuff, what might happen in the future, what you said to somebody yesterday, whatever, probably all of those. So you're thinking a lot, and there's a very negative bias to your thinking, maybe even to the point of very quickly getting to the worst case scenario possible. And your brain registers all of this as a threat to you because that's what it feels like. These thoughts cause you to feel fearful. And your brain says, We're feeling fear, therefore there is a threat that could kill us, therefore we're going to activate the fight-flight response. And once that's happened, it appears to be totally out of your control. And it's all designed just to get you ready for action in specific situations which are no longer relevant for the country and the day and the age that we live in. So, what can you do about it? Now, when I'm working with a client, I can use a hypnotherapy session to help them practice managing a panic attack. But there are a couple of things that you can do. And the first and foremost is to take control of your breathing. If you think about all those physical things I described, fast breathing leads to fast heart rate, leads to sweaty palms, leads to nausea. You can't control any of that except for the breathing. So if you can take control of your breathing, you can stop the panic attack from happening. And I can get somebody out of a panic attack. It's harder once they're in it, but I can by just helping them to breathe. And it's my classic balanced breathing, breathing deeply from your belly, smoothly and evenly, in for a count of 6, out for a count of 6. Now, if you're about to have a panic attack, it may not be very smooth and even to begin with. You'll have to work on deepening it, and you may only get to 4 or 5. But as long as you make the in-breath and the out-breath the same length, just persevere. I would advise practicing the breathing when you're feeling in a reasonably good state so that you can use it in an emergency situation more easily. But persevere, because you can take hold of that breathing. If you can, either think about or try to get from a panic attack what is the very, very first thing you experience. What is it that tells you that panic attack is coming? Because there almost certainly is something. Sometimes people get a feeling of dread or an uncomfortable feeling in their tummy, or there is something. If you can go to the breathing at that point, you can stop that panic attack from happening. But wherever you are in the panic attack, if you've practiced the breathing and if you don't panic, sorry, but just focus on your breathing, just think about nothing but your breathing and focus on making it deeper and longer and smoother, and you'll stop it. The other thing you can do, probably after the breathing, when you're still feeling a little bit anxious and not sure if you've stopped the panic attack, is to just sit somewhere quietly and come out of your head and go into your body, because somewhere in your body there will be a physical symptom that relates to the fear that you're experiencing. And again, if you can catch that early moment, you can do that. Do 2 or 3 of those deep breaths and then drop into your body, and typically it will be in your gut, in your tummy somewhere. That really horrible, agitated feeling that comes with fear. But everybody does it slightly differently, and you will know what yours is. And if you can just sit with that feeling and just become aware of it, become aware of what it's like. Almost imagine it as if it was an object lodged in you. And then you can think about what size and shape and colour and all the things about it. Really just focus on it. And when you've done that for a while, you can just breathe into it. Just take your breath gently and kindly and breathe into that lump, that object inside you. And then the next step is to just imagine inside you opening up and making a space for it. Just opening up and allowing it to have some space. Just watching it, breathing into it, opening up and making space for it. And being okay with that. Just accepting that it's there. That's your, in mindfulness, what we call your present moment experience. It's not pleasant. You don't want it. But guess what? What we tend to do about the feelings we don't want, both the emotion and the physical manifestation, is to try and push them away or ignore them. And guess what? The more we do that, the more they fight back. It goes against all sense and reason, but if you just focus on it, particularly in your body, and just accept it, allow it to be there, just watch it, breathe into it, make space for it. Not trying to get rid of it, not trying to change it, just focusing on it and allowing it to be there. And counterintuitively, it is likely to go away if you focus on it, whereas it's likely to come back very quickly if you try to push it away. Now, there's a lot more I could tell you. If you want to know more, get in touch. Happy to have a quick chat on the phone, or you can email me or message me in many of the ways that are available to us these days, and I will help as much as I can. But the important message from this video is you can take control of a situation which seems totally out of your control and very, very frightening. You can do it. So try the things I've talked about. If you need more help, get in touch, and I'll either talk to you fairly soon or look forward to seeing you on the next video. And until then, as always, please take care of yourself. Bye.